For ribs done right, slow cooked to perfection, come to Lady Louise's place and get authentic home cooked comfort foods at reasonable prices. Come in today for great lunch specials like these: 4-bone rib sandwich, $5.95; 3-piece whiting fish sandwich, $3.99; Cajun turkey wing, $5.95; chicken leg and thigh, $1.99. Join our rewards club and get $5 off your next meal. We cook the way Big Mama cooks. Lady Louise's on West McNichols at Greenfield. Call 313-273-3663.
I'm fabulous. Hi, Mommy. Hi, Daddy. I'm fabulous.
Young cat got back, did a little bit. Now we hardy, puffy, tough, do-rag and Tim's. Kinda hard to get a job back out on the block. Charge that to the game. Young girl, she grew up in a rush. Had it bad, no doubt. She don't know who to trust. Every man she ever loved only wanna crush. Charge that to the game. But it's all gravy. Hey, baby. Shots get popped, the cops shut down the party. Jeans sag low, blow smoke out of Dutchess. We got love for y'all, which y'all don't love us. So it's really a suburban switching lanes. Spin the ball, I go on them chromey things. Yeah. Out kids and funny names. Don't hate on us, we're fabulous. Prepaid sellers for local calls. Little dots of demons up at the mall. Said how she was a dime, so naive that she believed every single lie. 17, first time slipped up, about to have a child. Charge that to the game. Was just us and mom, single parent home. She did the best she could, did it all alone.
Welcome to Expose Under the Sun, brought to you by the Detroit Natives Sun newspaper, bringing you news and information not readily found in mainstream media. I am your guest host, Carolyn Anderson, standing in for Sharon Dumas, who is out today. Today we have an exciting couple of young ladies. This is a different show for us today. We have a couple of young ladies who are graduates, who are products from Detroit Public School. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good. Now, tell us your name.
I'm Brishay Tankersley.
And I'm Armani Hurling.
Very good. So when did you two girls graduate?
We graduated June 13th.
Oh, you remember the date specifically.
At the Opera House.
At the Opera House. Wow. What was that like for you?
It was unbelievable. It was something that it was just like we really made it. It was just something that really kept us motivated, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, looking forward to that day when you walk across the stage.
Yes, it was just
gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what about for you? What was your emotions?
It was exciting for me. I thought I was gonna cry, but I actually didn't cry. Like some of the words, but I kept fanning myself. I wanted to stay strong and stuff.
Yes, found it. It's so real.
Yeah.
You know,
it didn't hit us to really that day.
Yeah,
really.
that I'm graduating. Wow. Well, you know, there's some statistics about graduating seniors from or individuals from the Detroit Public School. You know, only 77% of the individuals graduate from the Detroit Public School, which is a pretty low number, would you say?
Yes.
We get in there though.
It was a good amount of kids that graduated from our class though.
Do you know how many kids there were?
It was 305 kids that graduated out of 400? So it was like only 100 of us that didn't graduate.
Oh, okay, well that's still too high, what you said. That's still. What school did you two go to?
King High School.
Okay, on Unisys. I tell you. So you two have been friends for a while, have you?
Yes, since 10th grade.
Yep.
Okay, that's always good. Good. Now, are you two going away to college? Let me ask you: are you going away to college?
Yes, I'll be going to Florida Southeastern University. So I'll be leaving the state to go to another school.
Excellent. You're going to leave to go to Florida. Oh, that's a long ways from here. Are you kind of ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I just be sometimes like really asking myself, am I really ready to go out and explore a new, environment? So I'm ready.
Well, you're growing. You're moving forward. That's wonderful, Armani. What about you, Brishay? What are you going to do now?
Well, I'm going to Michigan State. I kind of got like a full scholarship, basically based off my FAFSA information. I got like a 29,000 plus, and then the school costs only like 28,000, so it's basically like I got a full ride there. But I'm going to MSU.
Excellent. Wonderful. So I'm sure your parents and family are very proud of you. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So, so it can happen. We're
Yes.
going to talk about what area you're going to be studying. But why is it that you suppose some of your peers did not make it through? Like you said, there was 100 and some children, young people that
Yeah,
did not.
most of
what
the
is it?
students.
Yeah.
Well, let me get Armani and then we'll go to you for sure. I love your energy, young lady.
But I mean, most of the students, when we heard from our class president, it was basically most of the football players that didn't really graduate. It was most of them because they wasn't in class, they were skipping and stuff. So it really wasn't like the main people that mostly
Okay.
everybody graduated. It was just
Okay.
certain people from the football team and a couple of other people from the classes that didn't.
That's
really
unfortunate.
graduate.
That is unfortunate. They
And
lost-
it really was some
Yeah.
people that you wouldn't even expect that didn't graduate.
And it's probably because they didn't buckle down and get their studies.
Yeah, but some people did. It just so happened they didn't graduate.
They
on
just
time.
did not. Certainly did not. And hopefully they'll keep at it until they graduate.
Yep.
What about you? What is your
Well,
take on
I
that?
think, in my opinion, like most of the like football players and everything, even though it was some of them and stuff, but they smart. They just make bad decisions. Like they really smart, but make bad decisions, and then they they think like since the teachers, they think they'll get favoritized,
Oh.
and like they think teachers let them slide because they football players, but some teachers don't care. You still gotta earn your way through how we earned our way through.
Absolutely. That makes sense because no one's going to give you a break later on. You've got to still know the
Right.
same academic knowledge that other kids learn too. So that was
Yes.
good. That's unfortunate that sometimes sports people get a false
Too
sense of
tied up.
security
Yeah.
thinking that that's fine.
Right.
Now, what are you going to study when you go to college?
Oh.
What are you going to study?
Well, I'm studying registered nurse. I want to be a registered nurse. I'm going into school for pre-nursing right now. And then I wanted to do like pre-med too, learn about the
Good.
medicine. And then as a backup career, I wanted to do cosmetology because I always wanted to do hair when I was a little girl. So I'm going to work my way through there too. So that's the
Great.
backup.
So you can always work that other part, and then that would give you some income. That's a smart move.
Yep,
That's
extra
very
money in
strategic
pocket.
on your part. That's good.
Yes.
What about you, Armani? What are you going to study when you go away to Florida? You're not going to even have this winter weather that we experience.
No, well, I really wanted to go into business or entrepreneurship. Really was the major I wanted to study, and for a backup plan, I was gonna still dance as a minor because I've been dancing at school for 4 years, so I have experience already. So I was just gonna have that as a backup plan because I also want to own my own dance studio.
Excellent.
When I get older, after I get my master's in business, I can open my own dance studio. So.
I tell you, I love the way you young ladies are so forward in your thinking. I mean, you're very confident, and I think this speaks a lot about our young people. Many times we hear a lot of bad things about Detroit and the Detroit
Yes.
students and kids graduating are always into bad things, but that is not true.
No.
You all are shining stars.
Yes.
And I'm going to encourage other young people to just call in because I think they can learn something from you.
Yes.
They may want to ask you some things, and I think it's important you can give insight.
Yes.
Now, I'm sure you two are aware of all of the problems that Detroit Public School have been experienced regarding the finances and the
Yes.
morale. What the books?
Books.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. How did that affect you?
Because
Really, how
like
did that
in
affect you?
school, most classes we always gotta like share books, and then sometimes it don't be enough books to even share. So it's like we gotta pull up books online and all of that stuff, and it's just sometimes you want your own book because you might be partnering up with somebody that's like stingy. You always want, because I know when I have to share books, I don't like the book being by them because I want to see the questions and everything for myself. But
Absolutely.
you gotta
So,
learn how to share.
let me understand. You all had to share books.
Yes, and especially like in our major classes like pre-calculus,
Yep,
and it really wasn't enough books. Our pre-cal books, it was up to like 56 books, and our teacher, Mr. Menzer, only had like 24 books at the end of the year. So it kind of hindered a lot from us using the books from the beginning of the school year because so many people was taking the book home. So it really
Yeah. And actually, a young person should have the right to take a textbook home.
Right.
It really makes sense that you should, and you said it right.
Yes.
You should have your own books
Books,
because someone may not be opening and welcoming to let you see theirs. Yeah, so that creates its own, but you still made it through.
yes.
Let me ask you this, because I always think that young people have the answer to many things. I really do. If you were in a position of decision making, let's say if you were the governor for a day or two, what would you do different for the Detroit Public School? I mean, yeah,
I'll be trying to fundraise, do as much fundraising as I can to possibly help a school, because I mean it's so much you can do out here to fundraise and get money for people to get books, but sometimes it be hard because you gotta find places that you can do it at. Make sure it's like a place where it's like a lot of people come around to actually want to support you.
Yeah, you will find ways to get support. You will find vendors and people that contribute so that you won't fall short with the education. So there's some solution, is what you're saying. If you were the governor, you would have the tenacity to keep finding something. Somebody's going to help get some books.
Keep some movement going in.
Keep some movement going on. What about you, Armonte? If you were the governor for a day and you had the right to make decisions for Detroit Public School, what would you do?
I think I'll just try to have everybody come together. It takes more than one person that's really looking at what's really going on in the school, and really take a chance to see really what we need in the school, and have everybody join together and see what we're missing. Cause it really was a lot of people that was in teachers that was in the school that really didn't even really care about us having all our own books. So if I was the governor, I have more more people that's joining in, helping each other, because we really didn't have a lot of books in a lot of classes, like environmental science. We only had a couple books. Biology, pre-cal was the one, ELA, yeah, it was a lot of books that was missing and tore up. Tore up and everything. So
well, this is sad. I mean, it really is sad. And I know I keep staying on that point for a moment, because you two were successful. And out of your class, you said 300, around 300 out of 305. But like you said, even those 300 that made it through were like you. They had to find ways to be creative.
I just feel like they should have had books for us to take home, plus books to have in school that we learn out of, because it was so much things that we needed to know. They always had us take pictures of work and stuff. That's how bad it really was. It really was that bad. And it's not everybody's fault, but it's some of the students' fault too, because they be destructive and tearing books up. So it's really not all the teachers' fault. It's some of the kids' fault that really tear out the books and stuff.
Yeah, this is true. Now, did you know that other schools have a double set of books? They have set of books for in school.
I know.
Did you know there were other schools that did? You did know that, right?
So that's why I'm we really needed to have that type of, people that had books for us to take home. Cause when I was in last year in French, it was so many books, but then at the end of the year, it was everybody was taking them home. We didn't have any books.
Sure.
We couldn't learn any French. We had to learn everything on the erase board. We didn't learn anything in the books.
Well, I should say this. Whenever you're that hungry for knowledge, as you two are, and you have got that much tenacity to learn, that speaks volumes to who you are. You don't have the give up kind of mindset. You're not going to give up. If you have to share a book, if you have to take a picture of the book, if you have to work it out in study groups, you two have what it takes, what is called the right stuff, we would call it.
Yes.
Wow.
Because our calculus teacher, he didn't even teach us. He started teaching us out of the book. He started teaching from what he know and everything. So that was a good thing. To experience.
So that was good. So there were some teachers that are very innovative. They're creative.
Creative.
They won't let that stop. Whereas I think I heard you say some teachers just didn't really care.
They didn't really care.
Because last year we had the same.
We won't name any names, but
last year we had
the
same class at ELA, and we kept on getting random teachers all the time. We didn't have a steady ELA teacher. It kept on just flying through.
Well, are you saying, okay, let me understand, if I'm wrapping my help me. You did not have a permanent teacher, and what subject was that?
ELA.
And that's
what is that?
A big major. It was English language arts.
Okay, English language. You did not have a core teacher. So what did you do? I mean, how did you do that?
The first teacher we had was a good teacher. She ended up being there for a couple of days, making us write a paper about what it feel like to keep having a lot of teachers. It was so many back-to-back teachers coming in. We didn't even really start learning until the middle of the school year, and we really got a good teacher named Miss Durant. I'll say
you
that
wanna
she
say
was a
her
good.
name, 'cause
Yeah, she was a
what
good
was her name?
teacher, Miss Durant.
Yeah, so
She was a
if
real
you
good
get many of
teacher.
those teachers, that would be great.
Yeah.
What made
she
her
was
so
really
good?
great.
She was the person that came in and just had everybody
us
just
out,
helped
yeah.
us help us really like
Learn
so
how to
much
write.
everything like
She really
basically.
got into it
into
and
it
taught
right
the
in
skills.
Stay
and
with
say
us, yeah.
Taught
she
the
really
skills.
didn't want to stay because of some of the students,
Yeah, they
but
will.
she stayed and she really was a good teacher and she taught us a
Motivated
lot and to
That's
motivate everybody that was in the class. And
That's good. That's good. How many kids are usually in a class? I'm just curious.
well, our class was like at
large.
least 40 kids in that class.
I'm talking about in one class.
Yes,
Yeah.
like
40?
And
yes, we
to
had first
borrow-
hour.
borrow
too.
chairs from other classes.
It was a big first hour class. So
Again, to be able to make it through those odds, and we said 77% is the graduation rate for Detroit Public School. Now, so there are some things that need to be done. There are some
yes.
things that need to be done because more young people can make it,
Can
but not
make it.
everyone have that level of motivation that you two girls
Yes.
have.
Because we had many deaths this year.
Did you
our
in your
class.
in your class or your personal
Our
life?
class.
Wait, how students just how
We
did they?
had like eight people from our class. Like 8. It was like around 8 deaths going around our class.
Young people, we're talking students passed away.
No, not students. Like they parents.
oh, parents, yes,
Parents.
yes.
So that's a lot of tragedies that
Yes.
certainly make a difference.
yes.
So yeah, those are obstacles too. Those
Because
are
I
super
lost my
challenging.
father last year too.
I'm sorry to
When
hear that.
last year when Miss Durant class, that's when I really found out like my dad passed away like the next day.
Oh,
So
wow, I'm sorry
it
to
was
hear
a couple
that.
people that lost their parents, but
So we've got, you know what? We're going to wrap up our time some, but I'll tell you, you two are just fantastic. Let me see what this. We have a caller, but we won't have a chance to do that. You know, if you could say something or a shout out to a young person out there, what would you say? We're a little bit of time. What would you say to inspire them to stick it out,
I
no
tell
matter
them,
what?
keep their head up, keep your head up. Always like go for what you want to. You can always succeed in life. You just gotta look forward to it.
Excellent, great. What are you going to say, Armand?
just stay focused. Like she said, keep your head up. Don't let anybody come in your way. Just
There
stay
you go.
focused and go on and go farther as you
Right.
can.
Great. You know, I like to see you two back in about 4 or 5 years from now with those degrees and all of that, because you're going to make it. You ladies really are. And again, thank you much for being on the show, Brichet and Armanti.
Thank
All
you.
right. Success
Thank
is
you.
certainly yours.
Thank
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for being here,
Nice
for
to
being a Detroit Public School graduate and a success story for all of us. Thank you for watching. Also, thank you for watching Expose Under the Sun, brought to you by Detroit Native Sun newspaper. If you would like to be a guest or advertise on the show, just give us a call, 313-457-5944. Until then, we'll see you next week. Thank you. You two are fantastic. I love your
Hi, Mommy. Hi, Daddy. I'm baby.
Young cat got back, did a little bit. Now we hardy, puffy, tough, do rag and tell.
WHPR TV is now on demand. Catch us when you want, how you want, where you want. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Watch your favorite TV shows on demand. And be sure to
Download the WHPR app.
We're now on demand at your demand. WHPR TV Detroit on demand.com, a Watkins Broadcasting Company.
We want to make sure that our students are well-rounded in a variety of career and academic programs. We are moving towards the career technical education field.
So there's a lot of opportunities in career programs in a field where they get certifiable skills.
Students can save time and money while earning a bachelor's degree right here at the University Center.
We're here to walk students every step of the way, from applications to scholarships to course selection.
And then go further beyond that and take master levels.
wicked west. For 400 years I've toiled and I strive, and now I'm a free man, and I'm calling Africa. Just where I came from. Oh yes, I'm going abroad overseas to a land that's calling me, yeah. I'm going there to see if it's truly a joyful place for me. Zimbabwe, Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, the jungle's in my blood. The motherland is calling me. Keep calling. I hear you calling. You're the great. The jungle's in my blood. The motherland is calling me home. Oh, I'm homeward bound. My heart beats Africa like a tom-tom drum. I'm alive, waking up from a deep sleep. Oh, I'm gonna catch me a plane and fly back home. Don't you know I've been longing to go? Africa, oh, I want you to know you're great. I hear you calling me, 1 billion brothers strong. Don't you know I'm coming home? Open the golden gate. I know I'm late, but I'm a long overdue.
I started in the music when I was very young, I'd say 8 years old. And it was always my desire to be an entertainer. And we formed a group some years ago under the company Invictus Records by Holland Dozier Holland. We were called the 100 Truth. And we later changed the name to the 8th Day. I had recordings that I had mastered with Barry White back in California in 1970. And so through the years, I've been trying to make my contribution to the world. I would like for my contribution to be in the world is this song, Africa. I would like for the world to accept this song as the first song of Vaudeville Records. We have a goal to produce clean music, historical music, and black pride music. Africa is my kickoff for Vaudeville Records. I wrote a song about Africa because I felt there was a need to give a broader view of the great things that Africa is known for. I saw black power, real black power, when I visited Africa in '95. I was so impressed. I expected to see huts, outhouses, and a lot of rural living, but I didn't see that. What I saw was New York, Seattle, Washington, Atlanta, Georgia, in Africa. So I was impressed because it was topsy-turvy of everything that I had ever heard. I would want them to get pride and to know that we are a people with a great history before slavery. And before slavery, Africa was called the Great, Zimbabwe the Great. There are stories about Africa that we have never heard, and I wanted to be that storyteller that tells the truth about the motherland. I would hope that my music gives the youth of our race dignity. Vaudeville Records is dedicated to uplifting black pride and dignity. So we are encouraging the rappers to get into the clean thinking of music and the clean understanding that we want our women and our children and our families to be respected. Therefore, we have to lift our minds in the culture of our songs. I am Aki Al-Hajj, and I thank you very much.